In today's video, I am going to be breaking down the 5-out offense and why it's such a fantastic option after you run a set play. So, for example, let's say you run a horns offense and it's a set play where after maybe the first 2 or 3 different options are available, you're now stuck. The 5-out offense is a great option to be able to teach a team as a bailout option if your set play doesn't work. So let's get down and let's check this out. But really quickly, I personally love to run horns offenses. They're very simple and very easy to be able to run. So those are regularly set offenses. You can go check out my playbook of horns offensive plays down in the description below. And for 5-out, I have a complete guide to the 5-out offense that is down there as well. So definitely go check that out as well. So, for example, horns offense starts like this. A very basic, very simple play would be for player 5 and player 4 to set a screen up top for player 1. If player 1 was to use player 4 as a screen, player 4 would then roll to the basket and player 5 would then pop out to the 3-point line. Generally speaking, at the same time, we would have player 2 and player 3 lifting to the wings. What this does for you is this gives player 1 multiple different options. We would then have player 1 able to hit player 3 if his defensive player was to drop off. He could kick it out for a 3. He could also hit player 4 on the roll. That would be a fantastic pass. Or what may happen is he could hit player 5 with a pass. This would be like an overhead hook pass. However, this is still an option to be able to run. So, for example, if player 1 was to pass to player 3, 1 could then kick out or pop out. 4 pops out. We're now in 5-out. Very simple. If instead he did an overhead pass or hook pass to player 5, same thing. They clear out. Very simple. Back into 5-out, and we can run a basic offense. If he was to do a skip pass instead out to player 2, same thing. Player 4, player 1. Very simple. If, for example, he kicked it out to player 3, he filled out to this corner, player 4 then filled out to this corner, and we were to run the 5-out offense, this would be a very simple option. Pass and then screen away. You set that screen away, and player 5 can use the option of going towards this wing, or if, depending on how his defender guards him, he can then cut to the basket. If he cuts to the basket, player 3 pops out to the 3-point line, and then he would then roll to the wing. Or, instead, after setting that screen, let's say the screen's down here, player 5 rolls to the rim, cuts to the rim, player 3 could then just pop out after the screen to the wing. So this would be a cut, this would be to the wing, player 2, 4, and 5 fill out. We are still in that 5-out offense. We have some time left on the shot clock. Pass, screen 4, very simple. This would be a roll to the high post because you're doing that from the wing towards the baseline. Player 3 then has the ability to attack, has the ability to hit player 1, has the ability to maybe hit player 5 depending on if his man helps out and guards player 3. There's so many different options here. But this is why, one of the reasons why you could run the 5-out and some simple options out of it. Another horns play that I like to run, and I've ran with a lot of different teams, even with teams that I coached when I was in high school, we ran this play. And that was a staggered screen up top using 4 and 5 as a screen, and player 2 would use 4 and 5 as a screen, and player 3 clears out. What you're hoping for here is player 2 being our number 1 option. Our second option would be player 3. After you've hit player 2 a few times, the zones or the mans, they're all going to be shifting to this side, looking to guard up on player 2 because he's either going to be driving to the rim or he's going to be taking that 3. So either way, player 2 is our number 1 option here. However, eventually, if you run this play 3 or 4 times, they're going to load up on this right side, and then they leave player 3 wide open, in which case skip pass over, wide open 3, very easy, very simple. However, if player 2 is not open, we would then have player 5 set a screen for player 4, but meanwhile, we would have player 1 dribble out to this right side, and this would give a good passing angle to player 4. Now, we could then, if nobody's open, we would fill out like this, 5, and then 4 cuts and fills out, 5 fills out. Very simple, back into 5 out, and then we can use maybe a weave style offense where now we do a dribble handoff. This is a screen. Player 5 then could attack, or maybe player 1 rolls. We have different options, 3 fills, 4 fills, 1 fills out. Maybe player 5 kicks it out here. There's so many different options. But if you can teach your team how to fill out into the 5 out after running a set play, now this is very beneficial because now you are becoming very hard to be able to scout. Because what will happen, especially with lesser experienced coaches, when they start watching your games, they'll say, wow, that's a really long basketball play. I need to try and pencil this out. And it's going to take them forever to figure out, oh, this was the actual set you were running. And then it just turned into a 5 out set. And that transition, if done smoothly enough, can be extremely deadly, not just for the defenses, but for the coaches who are trying to figure out what you are doing on the court. Anyways, I hope that this video has helped you. If it has, hit that like button, subscribe. Make sure to go check out my Horns playbook that is down in the description below. And also the 5 out complete guide if you are looking to get some really easy and simple strategies in the 5 out. I'll see you guys again in my next video.